Dr. Davis will be sadly missed. However, his legacy will live on. I want to reflect on my association with Dr. Rae Davis, the late Dr. Rae Davis. He served as president of the University of Technology, Jamaica for 10 years. And I have had the privilege of working closely with him during that 10-year stint as president. Dr. Davis will be greatly missed. His legacy at the University of Technology, Jamaica has been tremendous. What was known on the Jamaican landscape as the College of Arts, Science and Technology, CAST, became the University of Technology, Jamaica in 1995. And Dr. Davis became president 2 years after. And he had the awesome task of helping the institution to transition from being a polytechnic college to a university. And during that time, he established the governance framework. So in 1999, the UTech, the bill was tabled in the House of Parliament for the UTech Act to be passed, which was done in 1999 under his stewardship. So the charter and statutes of the university were approved under his watch, and the new council was established. A chancellor was put in place, and a pro-chancellor was put in place, as well as the governance framework for the university. The ordinances and the statutes were developed to a large extent during the period 1999 to 2000 under Dr. Davis's watch. It was under Dr. Davis's watch that Dennis Johnson was appointed as Director of Sport and continued to do wonders in the training and development of UTech's sport program. Dennis Johnson had worked before under the tenure of Dr. Sangster, and he had started the program at that time. But under Dr. Davis's watch, the Department of Sport was formally incorporated as a major department within the university. And it was during his time that we had our first Olympians, our first set of students being trained to represent the university at the level of the Olympics and doing very well. We had Asafa Powell, we had Sharon Simpson, and others who did very well, and of course performed at the pen relays. And it was during that time that the University of Technology Jamaica was established as a major force in sport, in track and field in particular, at the international level. And then most notably among Dr. Davis's achievements was the formulation of the plan for the upgrading of the facilities of the university. It was under Dr. Davis's watch that what has come to be known as the UTech Enhancement Project was conceived. And it took some time before it actually got off the ground. It certainly was implemented after his tenure had ended, but it was his brainchild. And we now have the beautiful shared facilities with state-of-the-art lecture theatres, and of course we have had quite a bit of infrastructural upgrading of the sewer system, upgrading of the water, provision of water for the university, the upgrade of the electricity supply on the campus. All of these were conceptualized as part of the UTech Enhancement Project, and of course improvement of the road network. All of that was included as a part of the UTech Enhancement Project, which was conceptualized by Dr. Davis, even although it actually came to fruition later on. And of course, we have the pavilion at the front field that was also conceptualized by Dr. Davis. So all around the campus, there are evidences of Dr. Davis's impact on the university. At a point when based on his input, at a point when the university was just transitioning from being a college. Of course, Dr. Davis was an engineer, and so he was very systematic in all that he did, and this was evident in all the plans that he laid and the execution of those plans. But on the personal side, I just want to say that Dr. Davis was a gentle soul. He was a genuine human being. He was someone who cared for people. I have had occasions in the past when I had personal challenges and I was able to approach Dr. Davis personally, and he was always very receptive and accommodating, and this was one of the things that I found most valuable about his leadership style. He was humble, but he was brilliant. He was someone who had novel concepts of how things could be improved, and this was evident during his tenure at the University of Technology, Jamaica.
Dr. Davis invited me to start a formal communication office at the university. You may have known that it really was a time of transition, great transition. We're in the throes of transition, having gotten university status, and so we had transitioned from college to university. So we were growing up, and we were forced to grow up at a rapid rate. And Dr. Davis needed all the talent he could harness to actually become a university. So you need, of course, you need the lecturers, you need all the technical expertise, and he was actually pushing to have a fully fledged university. And all the components to go into research, to advance teaching and learning, and to advance community service. And communication, of course, was integral to that, and he asked me to do that. I felt quite honored because he must have seen something in me to say, I want you to stay.